haven't done this in a while. I feel awkward all of a sudden. Okay. So how's your art going? Okay, I say this because before I came here, I randomly clicked on your art account and you haven't posted since January. I was like, oh.
I'm on my Twitter now. I post everything to Twitter. I haven't looked at my Instagram in a while.
Okay, so you're still doing art. That's cool.
Actually, I'm working on a comic.
What's the comic?
It's a fan comic, but
okay.
Link will be in the... No, it won't.
Oh, I'm
not plugging it. It's already plugged enough on my Twitter.
Really? Okay, how do comics work?
What do you mean?
Like, where are you gonna upload it? Like, just on
it's all on Webtoon.
Webtoon? Ooh. Do you read Webtoons?
I do read Webtoons.
Oh my gosh, I think everyone I know reads Webtoons.
I started reading Heartstopper because I watched it on Netflix recently.
You watched Heartstopper?
Of course I watched Heartstopper.
I was gonna ask if you watched Heartstopper.
It has angst.
Really? No, but I saw the sad clip, so that's really all.
It's bad, it's hurting, and I don't feel like I'm my own person.
No, it's not. Go and watch it.
Okay, I'll watch it. No, but yeah, comics. Okay, Heartstopper. I did see like a little bit, like a screenshot of the webtoon. It looks really good.
It is really good.
That is so cool, though. You're actually gonna make a comic. Do you know how long it is?
Not yet. I have the next couple updates like written out. I just don't have them really drawn. Which reminds me, I was supposed to post last Friday and I did not.
For your comic?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like already ongoing?
Yeah.
And how often do you update it?
So it started maybe 3 weeks ago. So I've already updated twice.
Oh, that's pretty good. Okay. How have you been feeling about art in general?
I haven't been drawing a whole ton because I don't have anything to draw. Because all I would do for a long time is just Minecraft YouTuber fan art. And my webcomic is still Minecraft YouTuber fan art. But overall, I don't know. I've just been out of like the main stuff.
Wait, so how long have you been doing art again?
Since middle school, I would say.
Yeah. I'm surprised you stuck with it this long because I don't stick with anything. But I'm happy for you because I think you're really good at art and it's cool to see. And we do use you for our own custom emotes, so that's also nice.
Yeah.
You know what? Even if you drop art, you'll always have us to pull you back in.
Unfortunately.
I remember there was a time where you told me you felt a little like burnt out with art, right?
Oh, it's like every other month.
Yeah. Like, I was gonna ask, like, how consistently do you like follow up with drawing or whatever?
Depends how actively I'm like indulging in media. Because I prefer fan art over making my own stuff.
That's fair.
So I just need like constant media to be making fan art for.
Here's the theory. Before and after every great idea, someone's got to say, that's still not good enough. And maybe I'm a pessimist, but I think that discontentment is what drives creativity, not these magical moments of gleeful inspiration. What we're essentially dealing with is modified perfectionism, i.e. the refusal to accept almost anything short of near perfection. And that's not an easy way to live. It makes it painful to look at our own work. We're more likely to be emotionally affected when it does go wrong.
For me, I feel like I can't say I truly have any hobbies because these are things I do maybe like 10 times a year. You know? Like, I'm not consistent at all with my hobbies. They just pop up randomly when I have like a task that requires me to go back to my hobby or like I feel randomly inspired. And that usually is when I'm procrastinating.
Yeah.
For example, I'd like to say, I just remember this because in middle school I had to make a PowerPoint about like myself. Or like, and then there's one slide all about your hobbies. So that's when I really had to like pull things out of nowhere and think about my whole life. But one of them I put down was photography because I do really like it, but I'm not like deeply like into it technically just because I never got around to learning everything. I did take a photography class in high school, which was really fun and chill. But that was only like a semester. So I was so into photography like my whole life, or like the idea of it, that like I'm not sure when exactly, but in middle school I like saved up like a bunch of money to buy a camera, like a DSLR, and I still have it. And then I always wonder, like, was that purchase worth it? But I think it is, because like I do use it at least twice a year.
At least twice a year.
Yeah, like I use it for like big events. Like recently I shot my brother's pictures for prom. I'll use it again for graduation, so that's already 2 times in 1 year. So that's pretty good. But I honestly do wish I got to use it more. But I like just don't go enough places in front of my camera, or I don't have enough like people I can take. When I took my Instagram pictures, I would only do it literally by myself. It was so like it was hard, but I made it work. Like I would set up my camera, and luckily my camera has the thing where you can connect it to an app on my phone and shoot there. So I like literally prop it up against like something in my room or outside my backyard, and then look at myself through my phone, and then adjust my camera, and then snap, and then I basically am my own director, my own model, everything.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, and then every once in a while, if it's like randomly nice outside, I'll like whip out my camera and like go in my backyard and take pictures of something, or like family events.
You get some photos with the friend group that like people are kind
Ew.
of coming back.
Yo, nar. Sorry, I can't stop saying nar. I don't know. I would honestly, I'm very happy to do it, but I don't want to be in the pictures. I just love taking pictures. I always
So
have.
what's the point?
Well, okay, the
We
way
need the memories.
the way I justify it is I always take my little secret Snapchats or something. I'm always like in the corner when we're hanging out, like really quick. Usually people don't notice. I mean, they do notice now because I kind of sometimes make it obvious as a joke. But I'll like take like a quick video like that, or just like snap, and then it's just for me, so I know that I was there.
Wow.
You know, because when our friend posted a video yesterday. I don't know if you saw
I
it or
did
not.
see it.
Yeah, and I was like, am I gonna be in this one? I was like
like-
waiting. I was like, it made me think. I'm like, I'm really not in any like actual group pictures because I'm usually the one taking secret group pictures. You know, I kind of like it that way though. Maybe I'll get over it. We'll see. Hopefully, I get over it. But everyone else is pretty awkward too. So
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah. But I think I got into photography because I don't know. I've always just like taking pictures with my phone and stuff, and I think I'm pretty good at it. Like more than the average person. Because when I asked like my brother to take random pictures like on his phone of me or something, just like or like a family, like what my family wants a picture, he sucks at it. Like it's not like centered at all. The lighting is terrible. And I'm like, some people need to try harder. Have you ever experienced that?
I'm not good with photos. I
But,
usually
like-
ask them not to take because I have shaky hands.
Really? I get so honored whenever a stranger asks me to take their photos, but then I feel the pressure because I'm like, I hope you like them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's so nice, and I don't know, because I know that I will do a better job than like the average Joe. I hope,
I would say so.
because I am like very particular. Well, not really, but I just see things. And I have visions. I'm like, okay, I want this. I need this lighting. I know when people look good. I know their angles. People, okay, that's the thing. That's why I don't take pictures or like have people take pictures of me, because people don't know my angles, and then I look really bad anyway. So photography is definitely one of mine, but I don't know if I can truly say that because I don't do it that often.
Do you have anything you've ever like any hobbies you've ever gotten burnt out from?
Or see, the thing is, I don't do them enough. I mean,
Yeah.
I get burnt out so quickly. I think reading, as a kid, like I read so much,
Oh.
but now reading is something I do like sporadically. Like last year, a few months, like I had like a 2-3 months reading phase where I read so much and it was so fun. And I'm trying to get back into it, but I don't know. I just can't get myself in the space to do it because of school. Because I already read like for school and it's so boring.
Yeah.
So I do want to read more for fun. So I'm hoping this summer is when I get back into it. Because last summer I did read quite a bit too. So, I don't know. Reading, I think I would say maybe is another one of my hobbies, but I just don't do it that often. I don't know. I really do like reading. It's just hard. Because I don't know. Because I think when I am into reading, I get too invested in it. Like I will push everything else aside and try to finish that book like right then and there. Like I read a book in like a day. Because like
Yeah, I can't
It's
read
addicting.
across several.
yeah, I don't know if people do like
days.
one chapter a day or like 15 minutes every day. Like no, I'm too invested. If I like the book, I'm gonna be invested in it. Writing, I don't know. I used to just write like random stuff, like in the iPhone notes, you know,
Me too.
and just like, or maybe like on paper sometimes. I've always tried to journal, but it fails every single time. I'll do it for like 3 days, and then it's just boring because I don't have much to say in my journals, even though I have much to say in real life, which is weird, because it's just me. But I can't think of fun things to talk about. But yeah, I think journaling is so cool, and it's like a good habit, and I think it could really help people. But I just can't do it. I wish I could, because my friends will tell me they have journals, so they like remember everything that happens in their lives, and I wish I had that, because I'm legit forgetting everything. It's pretty sad, but I still can't get myself to do it. So tell me more about your writing.
I don't know. I haven't had like. I will open the Google Docs. I'll be like, oh, I really want to write something, and then I'll get a couple sentences in, realize it's dumb, delete it, and then the cycle repeats.
Yeah, I think in middle school I used to write like random short stories, and they were really bad, but it was fun.
Yeah, that's how you improve.
Yeah. I don't know, but nowadays I find it so hard to write like fictional stuff like on your own, because I feel like I'm just not that creative. And I don't know. I think last summer I was kind of in a writing phase too, where I just like write down random like think pieces of like my random opinions on things. Or like I don't know. And then like throughout my whole life, I was trying to write like poems. They were all bad.
I only ever wrote fiction.
Really?
Yeah. I was always bad at like school assignments, specifically for English, because I couldn't do that informative text stuff. Well, I could do it like pretty well, because English has always been my best one of my best subjects. And I can do it because I like having a format to just kind of abide to.
Oh yeah.
But then I'm like really left-brained person in the sense that I'm constantly thinking. I have a story idea that I wanted to do since middle school, and I just haven't got around to writing it out.
I mean, at least you're still kind of writing with like your comics, right?
In a way.
That's still a part of it. I miss I don't know. I feel like high school English classes forced me to write, and I kind of liked it. So now I'm trying to figure out ways to like force myself to keep improving my writing skills without relying on school. Because in my college courses, they aren't too writing heavy. Like you do write a lot, but they don't grade you on like the quality of writing that much. More just like your thoughts on understanding the concepts, which is good because I don't have to stress about it. Like I can write a paper in like a day. I literally wrote last term. I wrote my final paper in a day and still did really good because they didn't really care about the writing.
Yeah.
So I was like, yes, this is what I'm living for. Wait, my order's here soon.
We'll be right back after
We're
this short break.
We're back from our lunch break. Okay. I feel like another hobby that we both have that we don't really, at least for me, I don't really acknowledge as a hobby is gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me personally, like I grew up like when I was younger playing games a lot with my brother just because he needed like co-op players and people to play with him, you know, and I was there. So but he was much more of a gamer than I ever was. So I just played like the multiplayer games with him. I never really got to play games alone because he'd like hog all the consoles. Like even like when we had like a DS for a bit, like you can't really share a DS, you know, like it's a one player thing. So he would always use it and I would always watch. But I still enjoyed it and I still consider myself a gamer, like we said in the past. But I don't know. But last year I was in my big Valorant phase where I played like every day in the summer. So definitely I would say gaming is one of my hobbies. Even though I don't game that much, but again, I don't do any of my hobbies that much.
Degenerate.
How about you?
I cycle through games like constantly. I think I've been playing Minecraft ever since I bought Minecraft, and I'm not even talking about Java, because I have it on my laptop now. But even before then, I had it on my Switch. Even before that, I had Pocket Edition. It's really become a problem.
Like in the midst of editing, right? And I just thought I'd show you how much I really play. You know, like my Mario Kart 8, I've played for like 25 hours. Stardew 150, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond 25 or more. I am still like trying to beat it. More than 720 hours on Minecraft.
Yeah, like as a kid, I would also play Minecraft on like my iPad or something. You know?
You were an iPad kid?
No, I just remember having an iPad and somehow playing Minecraft on it. I'm not an iPad kid. But yeah, like you know, even like playing games like on like your first phone, like you know, those like dumb like mobile games are really bad. Or like when I had Facebook for the first time. I was so excited to play those Facebook games on my laptop. It was like the funnest thing ever, and I don't know if it was real. Because I was thinking about it. I'm like, are those real memories of real games? Because I remember one time, like a few years after that, I tried to find the games. I'm like, where are these games I miss playing?
Yeah, I swear Facebook had like
Yeah, like where were those games? What, was I just like in another world or?
The existence of
Facebook
Mothman
games.
continues to elude us and will remain, for now, unsolved.
I don't know if you also grew up on it, but Girl Go games.
I think so. Like all those, like the A game,
A
A10. I remember those because like in 4th grade, we would go to the computer lab and play on those
Yeah.
games. And that was, you know what? We've always been gamers like that. It's like Fantage. Take me back to Fantage, bro. I missed out on like Club Penguin and like stuff like that, but I was on Fantage. And I know there's like in 5th grade I played this one, but I don't know what it's called. We just basically had like these monster pets.
Moshi monsters?
Really? Maybe. Quarantine, like peak quarantine. I would go on my laptop and search up online games to play because I was so bored. I didn't want to like buy a game on
me
Steam
too.
or something. So I was like, where are all the online games at nowadays? Like, and I can't even play like cool math games because like Flash is not a thing anymore.
I know.
Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I'm so sad. I want to play Papa's, all those games.
They have apps now. And I bought one of them.
Really?
And I've been
How
playing.
much do they cost?
Probably way worse than they're worse.
How much?
I think it was like $1.99 or something.
Wait, that's not
Which is-
bad.
It's not bad.
That's
but
actually
it's
really
like,
good.
I don't know. I just don't play it as much.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's cool.
I know.
But yeah, gaming. I wish I was able to game more. If I had like a PC or something, I think you would catch me gaming a lot more.
I know.
I have
me
more
too.
time, like not in school. Yeah. You know, I've also always played The Sims. Sims, grew up with it.
I downloaded The Sims 4 because of you.
Yep, I don't even have The Sims 4. I purely play Sims 2 and Sims 3. Primarily Sims 3. Because that's like the one I've had for a lot of our friends play games. And I was talking to a certain friend. And they were like, I was telling them like, oh, I miss playing games with you. And they're like, yeah, but you don't play games. I'm sorry. You guys don't play the games I play. And I can't play the games that I'd want to play with y'all.
What do they even play?
I don't know.
Because
Like,
now
Switch games. And I
Oh.
only use my brother's Switch because like, I don't think I have like an online.
Oh, the Nintendo Online.
Yeah, and
that's
I,
right.
I don't want to play those games like that badly to get Nintendo Online. So
Kelly, but Animal Crossing.
Okay.
How are you going to be a real gamer if
I
we
will
can't
get
play
to it.
Animal Crossing
I've had
together?
it since December. Still haven't played it. I will get to it one
Phil,
day.
can you name something that teenage girls can be interested in without being made fun of? This really bothers me. You know when we were talking about things that really annoy us in modern media? This is the one for me.
Honestly, that's when I'll peak boredom.
We can also do local play.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I just need to find my brother's Switch again. Like I don't even know if he has it anymore. I hope he does. If not, I just have not open, but closed new copy of Animal Crossing.
You could resell it.
Honestly, like you know how many times I thought about selling it. Like I
Oh
do.
my gosh.
No, because I do want to play, but like what, an extra like $40-$50? Like, come on. You know?
That's fair.
Like, come on. Like that's like 2-3 Grubhub meals. Like, come on.
If I'm gonna be honest about it, Animal Crossing's fun,
Yeah, but it's
but
like
I don't know. I was one of those people who got it at like peak quarantine,
like
and then I played a little bit.
I was there for peak Animal Crossing. Like that. It was like that sounded so fun.
I need to restart. My island looks like crap.
Yeah, I just really want it for the culture and just because it seemed really cute, and I don't know. And I specifically only got it as a birthday gift because I would have not gotten that game on my own. But I think I'm trying to think like if I was like nowadays, I think I would still be playing Valorant if I could because I do generally really like Valorant. Yeah, gaming. I don't know. I think it'll always be in my life, whether that be like watching content or like playing games.
I know.
I hope so. I like okay. We were just talking about during our lunch break. We're talking about the idea of like family and having our own families, which we're leaning towards no. But I really do like the image of teaching your kids how to play games and playing games with them. That seems really fun
Oh.
because I never got that with my parents. They never gamed. But I hear streamers talk about how their parents got them into gaming all the time.
Yeah.
I think that's so fun. Like I want family game nights. Like come on, ugh, I want to destroy my kids in games. No, they would actually beat me at like age 5, and I'd be so embarrassed as a parent. I'm like, what am I doing wrong in my life? But good for you, children. Imagine though if I had a kid and I somehow raised it to be like an esports prodigy.
Wow.
They can make me so much money. You know what? Maybe it's why people
You're
have
one of
kids.
those like crazy parents.
Investments.
You
Yeah.
know those crazy parents that make their kids like sit down and do
Yeah.
homework, but instead you just make them play
Esports.
games.
I'm like, come
constantly.
on, get better. Yeah, that'd be funny though. If I was an esports mom somehow. That's crazy to think about. Like, there's so many possibilities for kids for new jobs. Yeah. What other hobbies do you have? Or have
I stream on occasion.
Mhm.
As if we didn't talk about that enough last time.
Yeah.
I haven't streamed in like 2 weeks though. 2.5 weeks.
So, same as like full-time streamers. I think everyone's kind of chilling right now. They're all kind of off on Twitch.
I feel like I'm so I don't know, my standards for like streamers is so unrealistic because so many of the streamers I watch actively like stream like once a week at least, and I'm just like, oh,
that's good. Wait, yeah, I follow streamers who stream like every day for like 12 hours, and then some who stream like once every 2 months.
Yeah.
And you know what? They're still good no matter what. Like, they're chilling.
I'm no foolish gamer, dude. I
You
can't stream
every day.
14 hours. On like average, it's like 7 to 10 hours.
But like, speaking of content, like hobbies. So you're the editor of this podcast.
I am the editor of this
and
podcast.
I'm
unfortunately not paid, so I can't call it a job.
Anyways, was that like? You know what? Talk to HR about it. You can go talk to HR about it.
I'll call up the managers.
Imagine this was actually like secretly highly produced. We had like all these people like behind the camera.
Actually, guys, this mirror is not even real.
This is a fake mirror. We actually have like a whole casting crew behind us.
This is actually just a set. This is not my bedroom.
Yeah, you think we would film inside a real bedroom? That's a little invasive, but yeah. Speaking of editing, I had like phases where I would like try to edit, but then it was like very scuffed editing on free iPhone apps that I'd have to like search really hard for, or just iMovie when I finally got like an iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
But iPhone mobile, no, iMovie mobile sucks. You don't really get many options, or I'd never explore that much. I think it's better now. And even I have like a MacBook Air now, but I still haven't opened iMovie on it, and it's really sad. I should be taking advantage of it, and I remember for the longest time that's all I ever wanted, especially like having a camera. I never got around to it, but I think editing is really fun, and I had fun making like cute compilations of my life growing up. And yeah, I don't know. And also really making like dumb memes to troll my friends back then. Like edit like weird memes to their voices on iMovie. Stuff like that. How about you? How did you get into editing in the first place? Because for me, it's kind of out of nowhere.
I don't know. I watched a lot of YouTube. I eventually started making videos, and I was like, I can't just post this like as is. And so I started editing. The only thing I ever really edited before this podcast was my vlogs, which are all gone now.
Really?
They're on.
Are they archived?
Unlistened.
Yeah. Okay. That's cute. Do you enjoy editing?
It's very time consuming, but I think it's kind of nice to just kind of condense stuff. I love watching for like little spaces where we don't talk for a bit, so I just like cut that whole section out.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Yeah, I think editing is really time consuming and kind of tedious at times, but I think in general it's really fun. And I really wish I was able to get into like edits of like, how do you describe it? Like the Twitter edits and TikTok edits, you know? Like those kind of edits are really well done. And like, I don't know, they're like really well made. And I think they're so cool, and I hope like those people actually find careers in editing because they're so good.
Kelly, I want you to jokingly make a TikTok account and dedicate to George Not Found. Be one of those editing sites.
I don't have the resources to edit like that. I forgot the names of the apps they used. Was like Afterlight was a program or something like that?
It was a program.
Or like I don't know the other programs that are popular in the editing community nowadays. I used to follow the editing community a lot more on Instagram, but now I don't. I just like watch random edits of like shows I watch or movies I watch.
I love dramatic edits where it's like a situation that's like taken out of context and it's just made really dramatic. I think those are so cool.
Do you ever watch those like edits on like those TikTok accounts that are purposely there to make you sad? It's like black and white, and it's like sad music, and then like the subtitles, and then they're trying to make you think about your life.
Yeah,
those are so funny. But sometimes I like to scroll with them to see like how well they work. I don't know. I wish editing was more easy to learn about, because I don't know how they'll learn about it besides like learning on their own. Because like in schools, like there's like in our high school, I think there was like something like that, but I bet it wasn't like as deep as it could be.
I feel like a lot of high school elective courses don't really help you move forward with a hobby.
I feel that.
I took 4 years of art classes.
Yeah.
And I feel like the first one kind of taught me some like the basics, but it's all stuff that I could have gotten through like other resources on like YouTube.
Yeah, I took a semester of art in high school and I hated it. Cause like I just wasn't good at it. Oh, we haven't talked about that yet, like being good at hobbies or not.
Yeah.
But I just didn't like it because like it felt like I didn't have much like freedom. You kind of saw like
you just
because you would have like these like prompts, like everyone would draw the same thing.
Yeah.
And just like how well you technically did it, and I sucked. But I think that's the big thing of why I don't keep up with hobbies, especially when I was younger, because I was a little bit more like perfectionist back then, and a little bit more like emotional about that, where I'd be like, I'm not good at it, so I can't keep moving with it, because I'll just get frustrated. It's not even like
I still get that mentality, and that's why I don't pick up hobbies.
It's not even like I'm like ashamed or something like that. It's just like I genuinely am a person, like if I'm not good at something, I get so frustrated and then I end up hating it. And that's sad.
Like I understand the learning curve, but I don't want to go through the learning curve.
Like I understand like it takes time and practice, but like it's the process is so annoying and frustrating that I can't do it. And I wonder it makes me sad though, because I wonder how many skills I would have if I pushed through, you know?
I know.
But learning curves, I hate them. Like I just hate challenges like that are too like overwhelming in general. You know? It makes me sad because I think that's like I feel like especially with our generation and past generations, I don't know if this is gonna affect like the future people. But like parents will like put you into things, right? And that's how people develop a lot of hobbies.
Mm-hmm.
Or that be like a sport or like activity. Or like especially instruments.
Yeah.
That's just so prominent in our childhood. But like I never got put into anything.
I didn't either.
You played instruments.
Oh yeah, in like middle school because we were forced to.
I luckily dodged those years, but yeah. But then I don't, because I never got placed in anything. I found it really hard to get into stuff on my own. So I just like never had any like prominent hobbies growing up, which is kind of sad. But I wish I did. If I had kids, that's something I think about a lot. Like I don't want to push them into it, and then like they'd get burnt out and like hate their lives for it, or hate me for it. But I think it's good to like force children to try new things. That's when like the age like I hate that this is true, but that's the age like your brain is developmentally it's primed to pick up new skills and hobbies. Yeah. And it sucks. That's how life works, but it is how it works, you know? So no. I would encourage my kids to try new things just for fun, because I think it's cool. But I don't want to push them through like ballet at 3 years old. You have to stick with it your whole life, because that doesn't seem, I don't know. It's weird. I remember when I was little, my mom used to flame me for not having like hobbies or like talents, you know? And I was like, well, I never got placed in anything, and I never like had like what's it called, exposure to stuff like that. So I was like, how do you expect me to develop stuff? I never got exposed to it.
I don't know, the most I did was like I would sign up for like after school stuff. It says I got into like cooking club.
Oh yeah.
We had like robotics or something at our school.
That's cool.
I got into gardening in middle school because of after school.
Oh, yeah, that's really cool. I think after school programs are only gonna get better and better, which I'm really
sure hope so.
I'm happy about. Like it's a great resource, and it's usually free, which is great.
Yeah, and it was always a good time.
Yeah, honestly, it is.
They didn't take anything too seriously, so they
they
didn't have that pressure.
It's just like a chill time. I don't think it's very competitive, which is good, because I think if you're born to like a sport or something, the competitiveness I think draws away from you just enjoying it as a hobby, you know? Because then like if you're really good at it, you get pressured into having it as like your full-time career one day, and I think that ruins your mentality around it. I don't know. Maybe that's why I like try not to take hobbies too seriously or devote too much time into it, because I know like I'm the type to get too invested and then eventually crash and burn.
I also don't like that a lot of hobbies that you might want to turn to career, they require that start at like a very young age.
I hate that
ballet,
too.
Sports, art.
I know. No, for the longest time as a kid, I was so sad because I felt like I missed all my chances, like getting into fun stuff I generally was curious about. And I was like, I like get so sad as a kid. This is like most of my kid angst. It's just me being like, well, I'm like, let's say I was like 10 years old. I was like, Mom, I'm 10 years old. Like everyone's been doing this since they're like 5 years old. I'm like, but I was still 10 years old. I was super young. And now I'm really, really old. So now I don't really think about that feeling a lot, but I do feel for my child self for feeling like that. And I hate like that's how society works. Because like I feel like a lot of adults or stuff are like are shy to start new things because then you're gonna be bad at it if you don't have any experience.
Yeah.
But then I think there's that extra uncomfortable like pressure where it's like you're an adult and you're not good at this thing because you're older, and people equate like age with like skill weirdly.
Yeah.
And it sucks. Like no, you just be able to do like whatever you want. You're just and try stuff out.
I do want to link a cool video about that I watched where like ageism in the art community.
Oh yes, ageism everywhere.
It exists in like every hobby where I don't know, it even affects me sometimes where I'm like, these like 12-year-olds are drawing
For
better
real.
than me, and I've been drawing since I was like their age.
I can't count the number of times I've heard people say, they're like 30 and I can draw better than them. As if being 30 means they've been studying art nonstop for 30 years. Age does not equal experience, and it shouldn't be held against an artist like some milestone that they have to be meeting. Like by 30, you have to be at a certain skill level or you're deserving of this mockery.
I definitely feel that.
I don't know, it's just such a weird guilt to have about trying to enjoy something and not being good at it. I also hate the idea that a hobby has to be productive.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Because watching stuff on YouTube for like, or even watching TikToks, that can technically be your hobby. It just because it's not productive doesn't mean it's a bad
I've
thing.
always felt like that. Like I'm the type of person. So when I have like choice into how I spend my time, the top things I want to do are hang out with people and then consume content. And
yeah.
When people would ask me my hobbies in the past, I'd be like, I can't say those things because that's just like normal life stuff people do.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to explain it. And then I would just say, oh, I have no hobbies. And people be like, what the fuck do you do with your life then? Lay around in bed all day? Like sometimes, but like, I don't know. Like stare at a wall? Like, I don't know how to explain that to them. Because then people just be like, that's weird. That's not a hobby.
Yeah.
That's just doing life. But I definitely agree. Like, there's something you do and you like to do. Why is that not a hobby?
Yeah.
That's how you spend your time. Or like random, but I keep seeing this thing where like people are like cracking down at people who say they like to travel as a hobby, like for fun. Because then they like to argue, wait, doesn't everyone like to travel? But I don't think not everyone does.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of traveling. I think it'd be nice in like theory, but actually going out is one of the things I'm like.
Yeah, because we know a lot of people who like don't go out.
Yeah.
So to all those people who make those comments, I disagree. But when it comes to like ageism, there actually is one semi-hobby that I've got into like pretty recently, like last year or 2 years, on accident, and I never thought I would get here, but it's like singing, because I sing a lot from my church, kind of, because they don't really have people to sing on English services, and I happen to speak English, so you know, they asked me, and me being able to not say no, but then I just said yes, not because I felt the pressure, but just because. Why not? Yeah. If I really cared that much, I would have said no. I kind of made me think about why I never really tried to sing like at home by myself, because I knew I was bad, but like why did that stop me from just singing? Because now at home I sing randomly a lot now, and I think that I have gotten better somehow, just through like practicing. And it's like weird to me. Like I'm not a singer. Like in school I struggled so hard in music class. That's like literally one of my childhood traumas. Was elementary school middle class, but music class, but I don't want to talk about that. But literally as a kid I did not understand music, so I never continued pursuing music classes and learning like technicalities of music. So I'm very like low-key tone deaf, but like I just don't know like the technicalities of everything, which is fine. But that I think also stopped me from just like singing in general, even though as a kid I think I did like to sing. Yeah. And nowadays I kind of do like to sing, so yeah, it's just weird though. But I think that's like a piece of encouragement. Like things happen randomly, and you don't have to like be technically good at stuff to do them. Because I sing at church, I'm not the best singer, but you know, I still do it. Yeah. So yeah. I have another friend who was forced into playing music as a kid, but then stopped for a long time because they didn't like it and they got burnt out. But then nowadays they picked up the drums randomly on their own. I think that's so cool.
Yeah,
so
I've never been a big kid for music.
No.
I can read sheet music now, so that's an interesting.
Really? That's good. Yeah. I don't think I'll ever try to learn music for real.
Music theory is dumb. I'm coming for you, or was it music majors?
Leave them alone. They're usually nice people. But yeah, I don't know. Hobbies. I hope I like explore new ones in my life, but I don't really know if there's anything right now I'm like interested in doing that I haven't done yet. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, there's one I haven't talked about, which is like kind of calligraphy or like hand lettering.
Ooh.
I used to really be into like the idea of it. Like on Instagram, I'd like look at it all the time, and then I would try on my own. But then again, it was just annoying and frustrating. It's like I couldn't get the hang of it, and then I got lazy, so I just never really got into it. But I think it's still cool. Maybe something I would do if I like somehow consistently kept up a bullet journal. But I'm inconsistent as a person.
I think at this point you guys know me better than I do.
Really? Are you the type who learns things about yourself as you like verbalize your thoughts?
What?
Like, do you like talk about stuff to people and then like that makes you realize stuff about you?
Sometimes.
Yeah. I think lately I've been realizing how much that does happen to me. Where like I won't really know how I feel in my head, but then I talk about it out loud and I'm like, oh damn, that's how I feel. So yeah. I mean, I guess we can end this episode if that's all the hobbies we have in life. Unless you want to talk about burnout and then have people in the comments call you depressed.
Yeah, burnout's tough.
In general, yeah.
Specifically with art, I go through a lot of stages where I'll like flip to a page in the sketchbook and I pick up like pencil and I start like drawing something and then just nothing looks right, so I keep erasing. And then I just eventually have to tear the page out because the page is too rough to even work on. And I just stop for the day and then I move on with my life. It's the same reason I haven't been doing a lot of art streams. I've been like trying to do more Minecraft stuff. It's because I don't want to draw art.
I've been trying to like think about what causes people burnout with stuff like their hobbies, because like it's supposed to be fun, right? And a lot of times you do have fun with it, but then something else happens. I don't know. I'm just wondering like, how does it happen that you like nothing like technically bad happens, like there isn't like a huge stressor that like makes you stop your hobbies. It just like over time it just like, you know,
Yeah.
it kind of fades out, and I hate that feeling. And I wish like I knew why more deeply that happens. Like you just like lose interest in things you've been interested in for a long time. That's really scary. Also, I feel for those people who like associate their identities so hardly with their hobby, if you know what I mean. Like that's like their whole life because they spend so much time doing it, talking about it, things like that. So eventually, if you when they burn out or like just like no longer like that hobby, I feel like people do experience like that loss of identity, which is like so sad. Like you are your own person outside of like what you do.
What am I without you? Yourself?
Like just as a human being, you know, you're your own person. So hopefully people don't like associate themselves too hard with their hobbies and their interests, because like we change as people. And
It's just like human nature. You're just not gonna like something for your entire life, and if you do, that's good. But
that's cool.
You're not forced to be the same person consistently.
Yeah.
Interests are supposed to change. I don't think I'm gonna be into the Dream SMP for my whole life.
Imagine
I sure
you were
hope
there.
not.
Like, imagine like it followed their like kids' generations or something, and then you're like 6 years old. And you're like, yeah, let's hop in this Twitch stream.
The lore is back.
They brought this story back from like 40 years ago. Let's go. That's so funny. No, I do wonder though, like what, like I feel like my interests have been like kind of like I'm still interested in them, I guess, throughout my whole life, but like the levels of interest change. Like I don't know. I wonder like what will change for me in the future. Like will I develop like a new hobby out of nowhere? That'd be cool. Yeah. That's pretty much all I have to say.
Yeah. Burnout sucks. Sometimes it's just good. And, like burnout from hobbies is bad, but you can also get really burnt out from life.
Yeah. I wasn't sure you want to talk about that, but burnout from life is very normal. And it
There's-
sucks. It sucks it's like that, but like,
Yeah.
you know.
There's just gonna be some days where you really can't help it, that you can't, like, I don't know, maybe get out of bed, or that you, like, just don't want to do anything. That's because you're constantly stressing yourself out to do things, and you're constantly acting and working on stuff. It's okay to take a break, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Take care of yourself, all that.
All of that cheesy stuff.
All that cheesy stuff. I say it too much in my life, so I don't want to say it again. But I hope you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might just steal someone else's, like...
No, for real. Like, enter someone else's monologue about this, because I don't know if I have, like, the capacity to do so right now. But for sure, take care of yourself, because life is hard.
So, as usual, thank you so much for being here, dude. Thank you so much for riding with me. Much love to you, big dogs. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your night, dude. Thank you so much. As always, moron, listen, you are valid as fuck, but you smell like dog shit. So, go take a damn shower, eat some good-ass food, drink some water, brush your teeth, get some good sleep, and kick the shit out of tomorrow, big dog. I appreciate you. I love you. I'll see you all later. Good night, everyone. I love you.
But yeah, I think that's what we're gonna call it. I'm tired. I'm going through the food coma, low-key. I ate so much chicken.
I need to finish mine.
Oh, God. We'll be back when we're back.